What's good, yo? It's your Gearhead Logic in the house, yo, and allow me to introduce.
Hello, guys. It's your girl Nate. How are you? Good evening. I hope you guys are having a fantastic night.
Indeed. And you know, this is your first time or your second time, third time. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I'm basically cheesing right now because I wish y'all could hear the conversation that was taking place right now. But we'll circle back on that. And as you know, this is one thing for sure, two things for certain, yo. As we get it cracking today.
Crack-a-lackin'.
Woo, it's been
something.
Yeah. You know, especially with Father's Day and all that. Yo, it's been
Happy Father's Day, Jason.
Yo, don't do that. No, I ain't got no kids.
No,
Nope.
you sure?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, whatever you say.
I make sure.
Whatever,
I don't.
hope you sleep at night.
Yeah, pull out game strong. Yeah. Okay. So with that being said, yo, we gonna follow on tradition, yo. How was your week, yo?
My week is starting off fantastic. Why? Because I am on vacation from work this week. Woo! Yeah.
Oh, that's
Hold the
right.
applause. Hold the applause. I am taking in some PTO days. My cousin's coming in. He was supposed to come in tonight at midnight, but he missed his flight. And my brother calls me up, and because we're in contact with my cousin, and he's flying in from Mexico. He's gonna live with me temporarily until he gets his feet up and whatnot. And my brother's like, "Oh my god, he missed his flight," and I'm like,
Tampoco.
I'm not surprised. And you want to know how he missed his flight? I think his flight was supposed to leave at like 2:45, but he got to the airport at 1:30. Absurd.
You're supposed to show up 3 hours early.
Exactly. And then he thought he had a sufficient amount of time to get something to eat. I'm like, bro.
Oh, that's the worst, bro.
No way. So now instead of coming in today at midnight, he's going to come in tomorrow at like 2.
Ay, shit.
So, but yeah, the rest of the week is going pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about possibly dyeing my hair.
Okay. When you say dye your hair now, as long as it ain't blue.
No.
Like green, or
I don't
you're
do
not
bright
going
colors.
emo. You know.
I can't do bright colors with the new job.
I mean, I think you could pull it off.
And I don't really do bright colors like that.
We're gonna put you in a box, but
No. Well, first I'm going in for an appointment to do a test strand because since I have black, jet black box dye in my hair, the stylist has to see if like the color will lift, because if I just bleach my hair, it'll probably burn or turn orange, and it's not.
You'll look like a raccoon.
Yeah. So we gotta do a test strand just to see if it's safe. If it doesn't work, then
would you ever do blonde?
Like full blonde, I don't know. When I was my natural hair is brown. So if you just don't look at my black ends, like in the sun it looks like light brown. And when I was 18, I've always wanted to dye my hair in high school, but my mom didn't let me because I was too young. And so for my 18th birthday, she got me to do Biolage. I don't even know how to pronounce it, if that's even how I pronounce it. But
I thought Biolage is like a product.
I'm sorry guys, I don't know how to pronounce it, but basically half of my hair was blonde. Like it was bleached and it was blonde, and
so
then
you were a blanquita.
And it was like an ombre. My roots were my natural color, and then it just faded into blonde. So that's the closest to blonde I've ever been.
But would you ever go like Barbie blonde?
No, I don't think so
at all. I think. What do you think, Louis? You think she could pull it off? I mean, shit.
I don't know.
You could like even create an alter ego for it. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, having black hair was my alter ego. Are you kidding me? Really? I felt so. I don't know. Like it was just.
So you felt empowered being black?
Don't be taking words out of my mouth, okay? I did not say that. At least I have hair.
Yo, see, now I don't even wanna play with you anymore. Like that wasn't necessary, Like that was hurtful.
Oh,
that was
Mr. Basin can't think jokes.
Jokes? That's not a joke. A joke is something, that's funny. That's ha to you. That was mean to me.
First of all, I've said this numerous times. I don't think I can ever imagine you with hair because you just rock being bald.
That's not a like, yeah. You know what?
But it's good.
Thank you. Continue.
But yeah, I mean, what else can I say? That's just my week.
Well, this week for me was actually very interesting. You know, Father's Day. Shout out to all the dads out there.
Happy Father's Day,
realize
Dad.
some things hit you hard, man. I mean, this week that just passed kind of jacked me up. Shout out to Maddie, yo. I'm definitely gonna tag her in this video. She does full body massages. Definitely.
Oh yeah,
Definitely deeply needed that because you know your boy's gone through some trauma.
that was the massage you got last time, right?
Yeah.
That was a good massage.
And the crazy thing is, yo, after that, it's like your eyes are open, you're more grounded, per se, right? And then, you know, I hit up Josh, JMR the Beast, you know what I'm saying? He's not here. Oh, so Kiki's not in the house as well. She's on vacation in Cuba. Say what's up to Russia.
Bruh.
Yeah. Be careful out there, mama. And JMR is working. But I had linked up with him and we went to Wynwood.
Okay.
And life hit me.
In what way?
Oh man. Listen, as you know, your boy's been single for a long time, Doug. A long time. And that's a good thing because it actually makes you, you know, think about things and you get to focus on yourself and whatnot. So we went to Wynwood and we're strolling around and shit. And today, particularly, I just noticed bunnies everywhere. And when I say bunnies, you know, the couples that are rubbing their noses and doing all that shit. And
That's an interesting term.
yeah,
Bunnies.
Yeah, because you know, bunnies, the cute
Because of
yeah,
like the nose thing. Okay.
Eskimo kisses.
Oh,
You know
okay,
what I'm
okay.
saying? So we're at 1-800 Lucky, and I'm like, yo, there's a lot of couples here, yo. And I'm looking at Josh to my left. I'm looking at you know, my boy to the right, and I'm like, Richie and Josh, and we're just looking like the three caballeros, like, what's up? You know, like
Was there a special event going on?
nah, I was just vibing. But what really messed me up, I think I blame the massage because it like opened up my perception of looking at things and you internalize it, right? And I was like, damn, man, it's a beautiful thing to see. I don't like PDA, but it's nice to see that young couples and
Or out and about?
yeah, it's nice. And then I start thinking about myself. I'm like, damn, yo, I'm really out here dolo. So then you have to think about. You want to continue?
No, I'm good.
No. Continue. What are you singing? Why don't you tell tell our viewers what you were singing? You call me bald. You singing songs now. So your boy was out there, and I thought to myself, I was like, you know what? I'm 37. I'm going home. Straight up. Like it got to that point because it's like, yo, when you go out, I'm not trying to get stupid. I ain't trying, like, I just want to vibe.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to speak for everyone in my age group. Listen, especially being that Father Day just passed, I have a lot of friends who have kids. A lot.
Yeah.
And then I look at myself like, damn, I don't have any kids, but everyone I know pretty much damn near has kids. Dog, my homegirls out there, bring back the barbecues, bro. Can we do that this summer? Can we bring back barbecues and chill out? It's like after COVID, yo, everyone went AWOL and stopped doing that shit. Like, yo, I remember every summer, yo, we could look forward to going to the park. A group of friends just come together. We throw on the grill, throw on some burgers, some old school jams. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Can we bring that back? I know I'm not the only one missing that. It's not even I want to holler at short. Listen, I'm the one who usually mends the grill. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's like,
I guess.
help me, help you. Bring back the barbecues, bring back the get-togethers, bring back the vibes, yo. COVID is gone. Like, we don't have to stay inside anymore. And now with the little kids, ain't nothing more beautiful than seeing a whole bunch of kids run around the field and play with each other and build on memories that we had. You know, like how we grew up.
You know, it's crazy because I saw this TikTok video of this girl and she was giving her point of view on like kids and stuff. And she went to an aquarium and she was like, what's that noise? And it was kids playing and like laughing. And she was like, what? And she was so like,
what is she, the wicked witch of the East? Like, children?
Basically, the video was like her saying this is how you know you're probably not ready to have kids is, like take me, for example, I came to an aquarium, I hear kids playing and I'm like, what's that noise? And she's just like sipping on her drink. And then in the back,
Why is your hair on me?
that's not my hair.
That's your hair.
That looks a little light. Let me see.
That's your hair.
Are you sure? No, this looks a little light.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, Nancy says PDA is nice. I love PDA. Listen, if you're gonna be one of those slopping down your partner in the corner in front of everyone, I'm sorry. I don't like that. Public display of a. Are you really investigating to see if it's your hair?
I mean, I don't know.
It might. Listen.
It looks a little light.
Okay.
Like a little brown.
Well, back on topic. Let's not
whatever.
jump to conclusions. But with that being said, it's been a crazy week because I grew a new appreciation. Father's Day was actually nice. I actually did want to surprise my old man by driving up there, but with the storms and shit, ain't no way that was happening. Ain't no way. Girl, ain't no way. Ain't no way. But it was good, like I think everyone that I text so far ended up having a good Father's Day, and being that it's men's mental health, instead of talking about the negatives of Father's Day, let's just give an appreciation to it.
Yeah.
I really want to start changing things around the way I view things in my perspective, because again, social media will rob you of your joy if you're not careful. So I was happy this weekend, and now we're here. So that's how my weekend went. It was awesome. So for you guys, today's episode, we're going to do some reactions, and these are going to be blind reactions, not for me, but
for me,
for her, and for Lewis. And I really want to know what you guys think, because listen, Linda, honey, listen, we are a lost generation. What I'm about to show y'all, some of y'all going to disagree. Some of y'all going to be like, what the fuck? Some going to be like, yo, Jay is 100. Some going to be like, nah, I fuck with Nate, what she's saying. Let us know how y'all feel. Talk to us. So, Nate, without further ado, would you basically show up the first video, por favor?
Okay.
Here we go. Let's hit play.
Oh, wait, is the video?
Do we have sound?
Is it supposed to have sound?
Yes.
This video?
Yep.
Press.
It's already all the way up.
Hold on. Go back.
Let me see the other video if this audio is working.
No.
No,
Press
so it's like probably
so
just
go back. Sorry, we're having some technical difficulties.
Womp.
Check to see what is with the
settings.
With the settings and the sound.
You guys, this is probably here. Okay, guys, this is a Mac, so bear with me. Even though I have an iPhone, I don't own a Mac, so Mac OS is a little new.
And yet y'all be trying to tell me to get a fucking iPod and iPhone. Listen, bro, I'm 37. Okay.
Sound maybe.
Yes, that would do it.
Alert volume, that seems to be all the way up. Play sound effect through Rodecaster. Yeah.
Yep.
Play feedback when.
Just blame Nate, y'all.
Hey, I am trying here. I don't think really
Nate.
seems to be wrong with it.
See.
Boop. Input. Output.
All right.
I don't know. Everything
let's
seems
see
to be
where
good.
we are.
Oh, wait a minute.
Do we got it? Do we got it?
I don't know.
Is it going? Is it going? Is it going?
This is from Columbus. Oh, Columbus.
There
Oh
we
my
go.
god, I fixed it. Woo.
All right, let's go.
Okay. Now we're ready.
This is from Columbus.
Oh, Columbus.
Yep. Literally after my picture went viral, my boyfriend broke up with me about a week later after arguing because he felt like Chris was too close on me. I'm just like, it's one of the most respectable pictures. It wasn't like I was bending over grabbing my ankles. But I would trade my ex for meeting Chris Brown 100 more times. So definitely really, really worth it.
Okay. So before that, I want you all to look at something. Look how he holding her. She paid $1,000, you know what I mean? And peep game like a bookie. You paid $1,000, you in a relationship. He holding her like on some junior prom type shit, you know what I mean? And that's not even the worst. Can we go to the second video, please? Because the second video also goes with that too.
Oh, okay.
Let's hit play.
SG, we got some interesting news coming out of the Chris Brown part of the internet. This lady who was getting married but isn't paid $1,000 to be held intimately by Chris Brown and is now unfortunately not getting married because her fiance saw this and he did not like it. The comment section was interesting though. Ladies saying, "What? Why would this insecure man not want to be with this? If your loyalty, your intimacy, your body, your soul could be easily bought by some famous wealthy man, why would any individual feel secure in binding themselves forever with that person?" Yeah, logic. But ladies feel that they should be able to do whatever the hell they want. Oh, he's a celebrity. Okay.
Oh, he mentioned you.
Logic. Wait. Go back to that image. I want y'all to see what we're seeing here.
Oh, this one?
No, the other video. All right. Now let's inspect real quick. She paid $1,000. Where her hand at? Where the hand at?
His hand?
You see where the hand at right now?
I mean, it's blocked by the logo, but
It's
you can
blocked
only
by
assume
the
that it's by the
You see
app.
how he wrapped up and whatnot? Okay, so we can go back to the main page now. Okay, now as y'all know, I'm going to cook, but I want to hear it from a woman's perspective of how you view that. Do you think they're wrong? Do you see? Let's just switch the tone around. Let's say that's Bad Bunny, because I know you love Bad Bunny.
Actually, let's take it one step further. If this was my man, like seeing one of, I don't know, a female celebrities that he likes, and he paid $1,000.
Wait.
No,
we're
listen.
gonna get there.
No,
We're gonna
listen
get
to
there.
me.
We're
Listen
gonna
to me.
get there.
Listen to me, Linda. Listen to me.
Linda, honey,
Linda,
listen. You
listen
can't
to
do that.
me.
You can't do
Yes,
that. You can't jump
it's
ship.
my turn to talk though. Why aren't you letting me
Because
talk?
It's important that you answer this because I was going to get into that topic afterward because I want you to get your equal opportunity out. I just want to hear your input on this first. That way I could compare and contrast. Yeah, you see what I did right there? All up in the Kool-Aid, don't even know the flavor. What's up?
No. So, anyways, yeah. So if it was my man taking a photo shoot, paid $1,000 first of all for a photo shoot with a female celebrity, and she jumped on him and all up on close like that, and like he's holding her, grabbing her ass or whatever. Yeah, I would not be speaking at his eulogy, and yeah,
He'd be dead to you.
I'd probably pick an ugly picture too to show at his opening.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's safe to say if it was reversed and your man did some shit like that, you end in the relationship, right?
Oh my god, that's absurd. Okay, look.
So you wouldn't end the relationship?
No, in all jokes aside, I'm trying to find the right word for it. I can totally understand why her boyfriends or her fiance, sorry.
One boyfriend, one fiance.
One boyfriend, one fiance would, end the relationship. I totally understand that, honestly, because like, first of all, I think it's absurd to pay $1,000, but whatever. That's besides the point. And then it's okay to take a picture with favorite celebrity, but to like be all up
all
close,
in the grill,
all in the
intimacy.
grill, the intimacy, that is crazy. That just goes to show how well do you respect your relationship and how well, like, you do very well at crossing boundaries.
Okay, I have a question.
You're not
for
good
you.
at establishing boundaries, is what I mean to say.
If it was you and it was Bad Bunny, and I want you to honestly answer,
Okay.
would you see that as, because some say it's a pass, right? Your celebrity pass, whatever the fuck you call that shit. Would you see yourself doing some shit like that?
No.
So maybe not. I don't think you would be the one to jump on him like a spider monkey.
No.
But if Bad Bunny were to hold you from behind and take a picture, would you actually invite that? You see your facial expression right there? That's why I ask.
I'd be okay. I'm a shy person, and if he just did that, I'd be like,
you're not gonna fight back. You ain't gonna be like, nah, yo, like, what you doing?
I'd probably find a way to, oh no, let's take a picture this way, like, because I'm
Okay.
a little non-confrontational. I'll be like, what is he doing?
So
It's Bad Bunny.
if I may cook now, right?
Because if the picture comes out, like, you'll just see him naturally just, posing like he does. And then you'll just see me very awkwardly, like, be like, what the hell is she doing? I'm just there like, I don't know what I'm doing. Why is he doing this?
And please forgive me for what I'm about to say right now, because again, it's not that I'm traditional. It's just
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not lying.
Real
I'm not
man,
gonna
real man shit. When I see stuff like that, there's so many things that come into question.
Oh,
right?
yeah. First of all, Nancy said, I would never pay $1,000 to hold a celebrity. Honestly, I don't even put myself in that position because why would I pay $1,000 to take a picture of my bunny? You know what I can do with the $1,000?
See, you'd be surprised how many people think otherwise, right?
Right.
So I say that to say this, right? When I see the first one with the shorty whose man broke up, according to her, is because it went viral. And that's why he broke up with her. Now,
okay.
you can't hate on Chris Brown. And the reason why I say you can't hate on that man, that's what he is. He is an artist. He's selling, he's doing his business, and they're buying.
Mm-hmm.
However, it's the disrespect I have a problem with.
Right. Yeah.
You're not going to convince me, not now, not ever, that it's appropriate for my partner to show or take or engage in the act of something like that, that's intimacy and sexualized. That at the end of the day, that's a sexualized picture. Why is that? Because if it wasn't, then I could hold you like that and it wouldn't be a big deal. You get what I'm saying? But obviously not. Why? Because you know it's gonna start some shit. So with the first one, it's like, yo, y'all play yourselves. Y'all ladies, listen, before y'all want to call him before y'all want to call him misogynistic and controlling and whatnot, I said it once, and I'll say it 1,000 times. We represent each other. You know what I'm saying? How you move out here is reflection on what type of man I am. How I move out here is a reflection on what type of woman you are, because we're an item. We go together. Go ahead.
Okay. I think a good way to put it in perspective, because a lot of people use the excuse of, oh my God, he's a celebrity. Okay.
He's a man. He bleeds and breathes like me.
No, wait. But listen to my point. What if you look at it this way? Instead of Chris Brown, if it was, let's say I'm talking to like the female that's going to take the picture. Imagine if it was your guy best friend. You're in a relationship and it was your guy best friend. Would you let your guy best friend hold you like that and take a picture? You know, and if you start thinking, oh, that's a little weird, that's too close for my guy best friend to be holding me like that, too intimate. Okay.
Listen,
so
to my best friend Amandita, if you're watching, I known this girl since she was 15. We ain't never gonna take no picture like that. She's been on my bag, and I, carried her like friends do.
Right.
But it's the intimacy level that's the thin line. That's the line in the sand, because it's like, yo, imagine your man goo goo gaga for a woman that he doesn't know. She doesn't know who he is, doesn't even care if he exists, to give that much energy, that much effort into somebody who doesn't even care for your existence when you have a partner at home who's willing to put their life on the line for you.
Mm-hmm. That definitely puts it in perspective.
You know what I'm saying? Now with the second slide, yo, shorty, here you are about to get married. Absurd. Like, yo, you spider monkey on the dude. You got your arms all wrapped up, your legs wrapped up. This man has his hands on your badunkadunk. Like, yo, come on, man, stop. And again, there ain't no shade towards Chris Brown, because he's doing what he's supposed to do. But this is where it comes down. If you don't respect yourself, how is a man supposed to respect you? That's really what it comes down to. Now, if you're single, I still would question, why would you do something like that? You know what I'm saying? Because even if you're single, it's like, yo, that's your personal space. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you don't want to create your image. I mean, is important in this day and age.
At that point, if you're single, you're not tied to anybody. Who can tell you what to do? Honestly, okay. That then it goes to show it starts questioning like your ethics and your values, your principles. But honestly,
well, I could simplify it.
The only reason why it's weird and seen very like crossing boundaries is because you're in a relationship. If you're single and you're doing that, if you're single and you go and see Chris Brown, so, you pay $1,000 to take a photo with him, and it's very, you're on him, this and that. Okay, whatever. It's a good story to tell. It's a little, obviously you're still paying $1,000.
You see what you just said right there? A good story to tell. So it's like, yo, you paid $1,000 to do that.
It's so weird.
That means, in my eyes, it's like, So what would you be willing to pay for it if it
I
went any
know.
further? You get what I'm saying? Like,
It
where's
starts
your
questioning that.
self-dignity? Where's your self-respect? Because, yo, especially in my upbringing, yo, we had something called a jump off, a video hoe. You know what I'm saying? These video vixens. Because if it's say that I didn't know you, right? And we're in our talking stages, and you have a photo out like that. The first thing that's running to the back of my mind is like, yo, this girl paid $1,000 to do with that. You're a jump off. You're a jump off. That's just what goes in my head automatically. What?
Okay, I have a question.
Can we
What
show
if-
her a picture of her raising her hand so they can see what I'm seeing? Raise your hand, please. This is what she does.
I don't want to interrupt him when he's talking. So when I have something important, I want to say, I raise my hand so he looks at me and he knows that what I have to say is urgent.
You know, if
'Cause I don't wanna
anyone else
forget.
saw that though, they're gonna be like, yo, this dude is like probably has her under control or something, man. This dude's like misogynistic. She has to raise her hand to speak up. What type of man is this?
Okay, first of all, you know, we're learning how to run a podcast, you know, and all that stuff. And
We're
in the
talking outside elements.
And in the beginning, we did a lot of interrupting and talking way too much, not taking turns. So we're learning how
courtesy.
the courtesy. Damn, I almost forgot what I was gonna say.
ADD.
Okay, wait, no, okay. Are they paying $1,000 just for the picture, or are they paying the $1,000 as a like? They went to his concert.
It's just a picture.
It's just a meet and greet.
It's just a meet and greet.
Oh my god.
Now, here's where I got to give respect to Chris Brown, right?
What else did they get besides a picture? Like a goodie bag or something?
They get these. No, they
Good
get
grip.
these.
They what?
These nuts.
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying?
I hate you.
Like, real. Yo, listen, I have to give respect to the hustle in the sense of like, yo, he's a superstar. There's only one other celebrity I could think of that did what he did, and that was Michael Jackson.
Really? Damn.
A lot of people, well, we ain't gonna get into that aspect, but Michael Jackson and Chris Brown are very similar in that sense when it comes to giving back to the fans. Now, the difference is Michael Jackson didn't charge $1,000,
How much
but
did he charge?
he didn't. He just pulled people on stage. He
Oh, okay.
allowed his fans to embrace him, which I give respect for. And Chris Brown, yeah, even though you're charging, the only way I would see like that's cool, like the money that you're making, it's $1,000 per picture. If he was, and this is just me, no shade towards him, to take that money and to donate it, and I was going to a good cause. Then it's like, okay, I can respect the flow on it. But we don't know. I'm just trying to paint the rainbow over it to make it look nice and clean. But those are the only two artists, at least in my lifetime, that I saw that really embraced their fans versus other fans, you know, think they're too good. You know, one particular artist who grabbed that girl's cell phone and chucked it. Not gonna say any names.
I know. Say which trash is Bad Bunny. Say which.
Listen,
You know he referred that incident in one of his songs.
Well, the only thing I'll give him, and as much as I don't like that, man, the only pass I give him is you got to understand these artists are real people too. You don't know what they're going through. And sometimes it could be much. So I'm not saying it's acceptable, but I understand where the frustration can come from. But with that being said, Joe, for you ladies out there, yo, there's nothing wrong with that because it's not just Chris Brown. It's like when we had the conversation with Beyonce. The chick who took the savings for her man's child surgery to go to a Beyonce concert. When you're doing shit like that, it's hard to digest because, matter of fact, you don't digest it. We are literally sheep. This is a person who makes great music. I can't take that away from him. But it boggles my mind to get wowed by another individual. Like, mind you, I'm a fan of Nipsey Hussle. May he rest in peace. But if I ever met that man, 9 out of 10 times, we probably wouldn't even like each other, if I'm going to be honest. That's why I say never meet your heroes.
I would never meet your heroes.
I mess with the man because of the message he put out there.
You want to know why?
Doesn't mean that I'm going to like him as a person. I don't know him. He's the same as me. I'm the same as him.
Right.
What makes us different is our ambitions in life. And
but let me tell you why. People have this notion that the people that they admire, the celebrities that they admire, are a certain way. And in reality, they're just real people. They are
Most of
using
them are
their
crap.
they're using their skills and their talents. They're sharing their talents with the world. Whether it's singing, acting, dancing, etc.
Yeah.
But meeting them in real life, it's don't get disappointed if they're not what you expected them to be. They're real people.
Because
Like
you're making up an image form that's in your head.
exactly.
What's in your head is not reality. But with that being said, let's go on to the next video. I want y'all to hear this one because I feel this one's important. Let's go.
Do you think marriage is scary for men in 2024?
Hell yeah.
Why?
It's risky.
How?
That's a lot of risk. It's divorce. I know people just climbing out of the divorce settlements and bad ideas. The children, what they say, 99 husband doesn't get the child. Like, what if I want to keep the kid?
But if you broke up as boyfriend girlfriend and had a kid,
No,
wouldn't
I'm
it
talking
be the
about
same?
married at this point.
But wouldn't it be the same if you were single, like you were boyfriend girlfriend, have kids? Wouldn't it be the same as if you were married?
What do you mean, like custody?
Yeah.
I want to say, if we had kids and we're not married, and I'm a better fit parent, then the judge probably will award me the kids, right? Whether we married or not, or whether we were married or not.
I think generally most judges favor the mother.
Exactly.
Most court systems favor the mother, whether you're married or not.
And generally, the male is the breadwinner, though. If it's a better fit, if he can take care of the kid better.
I think there's a difference between taking care of the kid financially and being there as a nurturing parent. I think most women, not all women, but most women are better nurturers because it's more innate for us.
Probably.
So if a man is paying the bills and paying for soccer and paying for football and, doing those things and buying the clothes, like those things are important, very important, but so is presence and attention and playfulness and patience. And most times women are stronger than doing that than men are.
I strongly disagree with her, by the way. What is your mindset? How do you intake that? And what do you think about that?
So I know every relationship is different.
Mhm.
She does have a point in where there is a difference between taking care of a child financially and taking
Mhm.
care of them in a nurturing way.
Correct.
But
But before you go there, the main focus is marriage. Men being scared of marriage. Do you understand why that is? And if you, based on your input, how do you feel to get above that? What direction do you think we need to start taking in order to take away that void of fear of marriage?
men are scared of marriage.
Why?
And
why?
we
According
see
to
it.
you,
We see it.
why do you think men are scared of marriage?
We see it a lot in not only in our personal lives, but in
Mhm.
social media, where the couple has been together for a few years and the woman is ready. She's embracing her partner. She wants to take the next step in the relationship. She wants to get married in the future, start a family,
Mhm.
etc. But sometimes it's usually the man, sometimes, not all the times, the man who is scared of moving forward. I don't necessarily know why. I don't know the facts as to why they're scared of marriage.
But
It's just
take a
something.
guess at it. Why would you think? Like,
So I know you've always mentioned to me that men have a financial clock and women have a biological clock. I think that's why maybe some women are very more open
mhm.
to getting married and starting a family. They're more ready faster in comparison to men.
Okay.
Taken in the financial aspect portion of it,
Mhm.
I know that some men want to feel, I guess, complete and whole as a man. They want to feel like they're the providers
Mhm.
to their partner. They want to make sure that if they're going to get married, that they can, their partner, like in their head, their partner deserves everything, and they want to be able to provide for their partner and give them everything that they want and that they ask for. And if he can't like provide for that, I can see why he's a little hesitant to get married and move forward. A lot of women, on the other hand, don't really care. A good woman will struggle with you, will want to, work with you and go to the top with you, not necessarily when you're already ready. They'll prefer the struggle because they love their partner. But at the end of the day, I don't know 100%. as to
So-
why some men aren't ready to get married.
I'll say it like this, and Lewis, nod your head if you agree with me on this one. One significant difference between male and females when it comes to reaching financial freedom is when a woman reaches financial freedom, her mindset is, I could take on the world. When a man reaches financial freedom, he's like, I could support a family. I could start a family. That's more cases than none. When she's talking, we're going to get into the whole conversation with the kids and nurturing, but
Mhm.
the precursor is fear of marriage, right? Women have a biological clock. We have a financial clock. But I think it goes even a step deeper now, especially in the times that we are. And the reason why I say that is, as a man, every guy I know, true deep inside, wants to get married. Every guy I know wants the plutonic family. You know what I'm saying? What's scary about it is knowing that could be taken from you like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's like me being in a relationship with you. We have beautiful kids together. And then, like Nipsey Hussle said, $100 is $100 tomorrow. The woman you love could wake up tomorrow realizing she don't want you no more. You get what I'm saying? It's a big risk on us. And again, do women take a risk? Fuck yeah. The risk is popping out a kid. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to take that away. However, the cards are stacked up against us because just to show you, and again, this is not to take shots at women. This is statistically proven. This is on paper, right? Women initiate, what is it, 70% of divorces in straight relationships, right? In gay relationships, when it comes to lesbians, there's a 70% more increase of domestic violence than there is with straight couples. So that tells me, okay, what does that tell you? You know what I'm saying?
The
'Cause
assumption is because they're the same sex
No.
that it's okay.
Well, the assumption, it's not an assumption, it's something to take note. So to say that in a regular standard male female household that's married,
Mm-hmm.
the woman initiates divorce 9 out of 10 times. And when it comes to gay women being together, they have a higher rate of domestic violence than a man and a woman being in a relationship. And I'm not saying this to basically demonize women. What I'm saying this is to basically to pay mind to what makes us fearful for us to engage. See, I'm not scared of women. I'm not. But I am cautious to what they can do. Because think about it this way. When a guy's going through shit, especially being that it's June, it's men's mental health, it's blocks, is overseeded by what? Pride, Juneteenth. It's like it's put to the back burner. If we talk about Father's Day that just recently passed, it's not as widely celebrated as Mother Day is. You get what I'm saying? So as a man, we look at shit and we're like, damn, yo, like at the end of the day, we're just looking for somebody to love and to be loved equally.
Can I wait? Okay, let me put a little bit of input. I found it interesting that you said that.
Okay.
And honestly, I know dads deserve love too. Your parents, mothers and fathers, you know, they're taking care of their kids. Going back to the video about
the nourishment,
nourishment, being financially there for your kid. It's been, you know, it's very stereotyped in our history where the man's the breadwinner, he's the provider, and then the woman stays at home. It's been programmed that way.
But it's not always like that.
No, well, nowadays it's not. We're breaking through the stereotypes. But this is generations, this is centuries of this tradition of this program that has been going on for like the longest time. And it's just, I genuinely believe that I agree with her. It's different when you're a parent who's financially providing for your kids and one who is nurturing there and being there in the presence. Because as a kid, If
Mhm.
you look back to when you're a child and let's say you had
Mhm.
traditional parents where the dad was the one financially providing for you and the mom was there.
The traditional setting.
Yeah, the traditional
Okay.
setting. All your memories will look back and think, okay, my mom was the one who took care of me. You know, I loved her, this and that, but I was scared of my father. And God forbid, you know, the mom who's always says, don't make me get your
Your
father.
father,
And you're like
yeah.
shitting your pants. You're like, okay, I'm so sorry. You know,
Because you knew the law was coming.
because you knew the law was coming. And but
But-
then once you grow up, sometimes kids will start having a relationship with their parents or
Mhm.
specifically like their fathers.
Yeah,
You know?
it's broken down into.
It's broken down into that part. I just think it's very important, like as a kid in their
Mhm.
developmental stages, presence is important. Financial is
but
so
you
important,
know
but
what?
that's like behind the scenes that the kids don't realize until
Yeah.
later in life.
I'm happy you said presence is important. So, quick story time, right? That day we got rained on in Hollandale.
Oh my God, yes. Short note, guys,
we got lucky.
we were supposed to record last week on Wednesday.
Shout out to Daniel, man. If you're watching this, we're rescheduling to get you in so we can
Mhm.
educate our viewers.
Because we're trying to transition into
Doing
pre-recorded
pre-recorded.
sessions instead of lives. But last Wednesday here in Miami was just raining. Oh my God. Cats and dogs. The location that we were at flooded. We were
Yep.
stranded at the office because our cars
It would have gone.
it would have gone underwater.
But I say that to say this, right? After we had broke out from each other, I get home. My mom's like, "Hey, your godson's in the hospital, being my nephew." Immediately, still with wet clothes, I jump in the whip and I go to St. Nicholas. And this is where I had to educate 2 security guards. I get there, you know what I'm saying? I said, "Oh, how you doing? I'm here to see my nephew." And with a straight up asshole, arrogant attitude, visiting hours are over. You need to leave. I was like, okay, I can handle this away. I could go beast mode on him and put myself in a worse situation, or I can move logically, right? So I said to the man, I was like, "Listen, my nephew," he's like, "he has his mom here. You don't need to be here." That hurt in the sense of like, yo, who are you to tell me otherwise? You don't know my family. You don't know the relationship. For you to say I'm not needed. So I'm taking everything he's saying. He's being aggressive at the same time. So I said, "Give me a minute." I already told him, "Give me a minute." Okay. 1, that's my nephew. 2, I'm his godfather. He's alone with his mom right now. He's probably scared right now because he's not feeling too well and he just got told he has to get a procedure done. Okay. I asked the man, I said, "Bro, are you a parent? Do you have children?" "Oh, this is not about me." I was like, "Yo, calm down. Do you have kids?" He's like, "Yes." I said to him, "Now, you know of all people, because you're a parent, the importance of a male presence during chaos when it comes to children. The chaos is my freaking nephew is sick. He had to be transferred from one hospital to another. He's sick. You understand the importance of being a male figure and showing face. Do you not?" "Oh, I hear what you," now he's calmed down. He's like, "I hear what you're saying, but it's not my," I'm like, "I understand that. I'm not asking for special treatment. But what I am going to ask you is point me in the right direction of who I got to talk to in order to see what can be done. Because right now, it is my nephew with his mom, and I'm there for almost every major event. My brother's unavailable. So I'm next in line to be there. That is my job as an uncle. You understand what I'm saying? So finally, Buddy calms down. He goes on the walk, and this is how trippy it is. The whole time he's like, "Nah, you can't go. You got to go. No visitors." This man literally pulls out the sticker to print it out. And he's like, "It's not up to me. It's up to the other security guard." Here's why that got me triggered, because it's like, why couldn't you do that the first time? You're here telling me no. versus you don't even have the authority to say no or yes. You could have easily pointed me in the direction of somebody who has that authority. But what I realized is I had to break it down for him to understand, like, yo, you're a father. I don't have kids, but those are like my kids. That's how I view them. I'm asking for compassion towards the situation. So I get my sticker. I go to the next security guard. Hey, Dad, what brings you in today? I'm not a dad, brother. I'm just here to see my nephew. And before I got to that security guard, one thing that really set the tone with the first one is I was like, let me explain something to you, sir. It is 2 a.m. You see I'm dripping wet. Look at my shoes, and I squished them to show how water's coming out of them. I said, I've been stranded in Hollandale for the past couple of hours trying to make it home. Imagine getting a phone call being told that your nephew can't breathe and he has 2 growths of abscesses in his throat and they're going to have to drain it out. How would you feel? I don't care what time it is, I had to make it down here. And that's also what helped him to. So when I get to the other security guard, he's like, oh, but you got to be a parent. And I said, I understand that, but I need you to hear me out. At least he was more calm. I was like, listen, I am the uncle. There are other children at home. The mother is tired. There's no one else at the home for those children. I'm here to relieve her. Okay, you got to talk to the charge nurse. But you got to call her. So I call my brother's baby mama, explain the situation. I was like, listen, they're not going to let me in. They said the charge nurse has to come out. Here's what's crazy. The charge nurse comes out and he's like, okay, that's it. And I go through. The ego of some people and the nastiness of not having compassion towards a situation what I have a problem with. But I didn't take it personal because at the same time, I'm a grown-ass man. If there's no, it's no. But I don't give up when it's about somebody you love. Go in, talk to my nephew. He's doing good. I buy him some ice cream to soothe his throat. It was a great experience, but it taught me how to compose myself. Because the old me would have been like, yo, what the fuck you mean, bro? That's my nephew, yo. You ain't gonna tell me shit. Now I just created a hostile environment. Sometimes you got to de-escalate. And the reason I tell that story is because, yes, women are naturally nurturers to a relationship, but the importance is the nurturing coming from a man. You get what I'm saying? Because you even said it yourself. When the law comes in, that's because it's your father about to take over the discipline that your mom can't handle. I firmly believe it takes 2 to tangle. It's just not solely that the man provides. It's not just solely that the mom's a nurturer. No, it's the chemistry. It's yin and the yang. They have to come together in order for it to be a solid foundation. Would you agree with that?
I agree. And honestly, I am impressed with how you de-escalated that situation.
No, I was impressed myself, yo. Because I'm already cold and wet in the hospital.
I was already getting hot-headed just the beginning of the story. I'm like, no way.
But imagine in situations like that, yo, you got to ask yourself, I have to live up to my name. I have to be logical. Because if they had told me no, then that's what it is. But the dumbest question you could ask is the one that you don't. If I didn't push and I didn't explain myself, even though I shouldn't have had to, but I did because what needs to be done is greater than just myself. You know what I'm saying? My main focus is being there and being a strong support to my nephew. And the reason why I could say that is my eldest nephew, Darian, when he got in the car accident, I left work. The man was okay. My nephew is 26. When I got there, he broke down crying and explained to me how scared he was. Do you know what that did to my heart? Like it felt like this is where it's like, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is the power of being an uncle. This is the power of being an aunt. This is the power of being a man. Cry to me. He wasn't crying to the doctors. He wasn't crying to, his friends. He cried to me because I created a safe space for him. And I feel like we have to get back to that. Fuck the traditional roles. You could do what I do. You even as a woman could be stronger in a certain space than I can. And it will work out better for you just because you're a woman. You get what I'm saying? But it could be a manly situation. I think we got to take away that taboo that left is left and right is right, because it doesn't work that way. So final thoughts on marriage. What do you think? Not even final thought, just a question for you.
Mhm.
You're in a relationship, right? You love your man. If he told you, I love you, but I'm scared to get married, what would your response be to that?
Why? I'd want to know why.
Would it upset you? Concern you? Truthfully speaking, there's no.
I
no
wouldn't.
answer.
I would be worried. I'd be scared. I'd be like, like, what do you mean? But I would want to know why first, so I could, either calm down or, evaluate how I should feel. Because the why is important. Like, is it something that we can get through? Like, we can probably work some things out.
See, now that's called growth. I could easily say most women would be like, what the fuck do you mean you're scared? You know what I'm saying? Like, because not you, just and not even just women, just both sexes, men, and it's me about how I feel or how I look, and they're not looking at the bigger picture of like, you have a partner who's fearful of something. It's our job to try to calm that down and find a solution to that.
Right. I mean, it's okay to be scared. People have this preconceived notion that when you get married to someone, that's it, your life is one and your life is going to change, but it doesn't have to be. Of course, marriage is a legal contract that, you want to sort through the legal aspect of
in
it.
Spiritual marriage.
Right. But this is America.
What spiritual marriage is, right?
Yes, but I feel like you're probably going to tell me something different.
My idea of a spiritual wedding is I don't want to get the government involved. Meaning, like, if we're getting married, how I was going to do it when it was about to happen, I was going to propose. I had picked up my best man. And my idea was to rent a big mansion and bring both sides of the family together and close friends. And we keep it intimate. We don't have to do the whole big bells and whistles because not here to impress anybody. The people I want there is those who are going to celebrate us. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I call a spiritual wedding.
I hear you. When you do spiritual weddings, you really want to look at the different aspects of, like, God forbid one of you's in the hospital, like who's the next of kin. Usually if you're single, unmarried, it would be like your parents, like a family member. If you're married, it would be your spouse. So you still have to look over those types of, like, documents and the legal aspect just to make sure that you guys are safe. But oh my god, what was the point that I was going to go?
And I also was going to have Popeyes cater it. But with that being said, whatever. Let's go on to the next video. Look. No, this one.
Oh my god. Karen flips out on Marshawn Lynch for cussing during kids' football practice.
Yep.
Every one of them. All right, that's okay. No, my son's in here. It's not okay. Didn't say that. Maybe you should just let him know. Because they're all in here.
Is there a man here with you? Okay, so I do. I cuss a lot. I cuss in front of them. So look, I cuss a lot.
Every one of them.
All right, that's okay.
No, my son's in here. It's not okay.
Is there a man here with you?
Not here.
There's not a man here with you?
But I'm here. What does that matter?
Because
My son is leaving. I don't care. It's my son.
Tell them
Oh, you come out here too. They all
but I'll tell them that if they're not doing what they need to do, then yes, there's consequences to it. If it takes that amount of time for when I tell a kid to do something and they're not doing what they're supposed to do, then there is consequences, like push-ups, like running laps,
like telling them to get away from your
like
drill.
telling them to get out of my drill if they're not participating,
Get out of
doing
your
right,
drill.
get out of my drill,
I'm not even
get out of my drill, or whatever it takes to get my drill.
Okay.
I
So
have
I
a
can give a
question.
proper.
Do you know how old those kids are? I mean, it's
Yes.
football practice, but
They're
like
teenagers, 12 and 12 and up.
It's not a teenager.
12, preteen.
Preteen.
Right.
Is this middle
So-
school we're talking about or high school
this
football?
is private, like summer program.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
To give proper context to you guys, the reason why this goes back to what we were saying, you notice what he was saying, is there a man with you? Do you know why he's asking that? You have no idea why he's asking if there's a man. Women have key points, men have key points. This is sports. There is no mothering, there is no babying when it comes to certain things that you do.
We definitely
on
gotta
a football
explain
field,
sports to me.
Yeah, on a football sport, if you're not gonna do it right, get the fuck off my line. That's why they're getting mad at him. It's a form of motivation at the same time. And the reason I say it's a form of motivation is like, yo, if you can't get right, you're gonna hold the team back. This is real life. And as a man, and I think Lewis could concur to this, we understand what happens when you don't put in the work. You either keep up or you get left behind. A man is naturally going to understand that versus every woman in that video wants to coddle their kids. That's not how it works. That's not the real world. This is sports, a highly competitive game. There is no holding hands. Oh, it's okay. No. When do we get to that point? So, of course, naturally, he's going to ask for a male because a male will understand that. But this is where it comes down to single mothers. You can't say that you could raise a complete man by yourself without a male. And the reason I say that, we'll take it to the statement Charleston White said, which hit me hard. No disrespect to my mother. I love my mother. Deeply, I do. But the type of man she raised me to be, she does not even have in her life. That hit me hard. Meaning, you have a whole bunch of single mothers out here molding their young men or young sons to behave and to be open-minded, to be the ideal type of man that they don't even have. Do you know what type of damage that does in the long run?
You mean the type of man that they want?
No, the type of man
that they don't have, but the type
of man they don't have. Meaning,
but doesn't that also correlate? But doesn't that also correlate with the type of man they don't have, with the type of man that they want?
No,
because they don't have.
No, not even exactly. But how do you raise your son to be the type of man that you don't even have? That's sabotaging. We talk about it all the time because you say what I do. A person who's loving like me, one would think I'm love bombing them. Why? Because the way my mom taught me. It's not that she intentionally made me that way, but when as I'm older now, it's like, damn, the core values that my mom installed into me, the women that was prepped for doesn't even exist. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
So that's where a lot of brothers like myself feel like we're out here on our own, because it's like, damn, I learned to respect women. I learned how to love women, but I didn't know or learn what to expect from a woman. You get what I'm saying? Just like I said, yo, if it's a man's job to teach his son how to be a man, it's a woman's job to teach her daughter how to be a woman. See, it goes back to what I said. Did your mom teach you how to love a man? Truthfully speaking.
If I'm being so honest,
my sisters didn't learn that.
If I'm being so honest, I think my mom taught me how to not take shit from a man, not how to love a man.
But that's the sabotage right there, because it wasn't intentional.
You gotta understand why she did that, though.
I know why, but you see what I'm saying? That's why I say trauma passes over. What your mom experienced through her life, she projected onto you, not intentionally, but
I understand now.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the same thing for men.
I mean, parents aren't perfect,
No, there's not. There is.
They do their best.
But at the same time, you see how damaging it is now. And
can I say something about this video?
And I'll tell you guys all the time, I'm not saying change who you are.
That's why I raised my hand.
Understand something, yo. sometimes in this life, yo, you gotta unlearn your behavioral patterns. You gotta unlearn what you were told, because a lot of us got the wrong message, but with the right intention. Go ahead.
Okay. I think personally it's important to know how old these kids are.
Preteens.
Okay, look, there's just so many things to take into consideration. I played sports in high school, and my coaches, they were female coaches,
But they were tough.
but oh man, they were fucking tough. Like, I mean, you do not want to, the feeling that you get when your mom says, don't make me get your father, that's the feeling you get when like
Your coach calls you out on
like,
shit. Yeah.
oh my god, you know.
But
And
it made you stronger.
okay,
Did it not?
let me tell you, I don't know, it's just that this video is just so confusing. I don't understand, because, and this is from a teenager's point of view. I'm talking about, I am 15, 16, 17 years old.
Mhm.
You know, I played basketball, flag football, volleyball. I played softball 1 year. And when we fuck up as a team, like
You
when
feel
one
it.
fucks up, we all fuck up. And so
Yeah.
the coach isn't necessarily screaming at one person most of the time. They're screaming at all of us. And so I never felt personally attacked. I think it made me feel more secure. Like, damn, like she's screaming at all of us. Like, we all have to take accountability, and we all have to work together to be better as a team.
Mhm.
And just the short clip that I see him at the camera explaining, oh, you know, if you're fucking up this and that, whatever. Okay, he looks like he's a
It's
stern, good,
genuine.
like maybe a high school
He's
football
a star
coach.
running back for the NFL.
Mm,
This man
okay,
has accolades that
but okay,
precede him.
look,
so it's
if
not-
he's teaching a team
Mhm.
of like 12, 13-year-olds who have, I don't know if they've ever played football in their life. I don't know if they've ever had a coach like this before.
Mhm.
Maybe they're this, and you said this was a summer program.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they don't really play for their own schools. Maybe they are a little
But it's-
sensitive.
but that's the
Who
problem.
knows?
Because women do the same shit.
What do
you
you
ever
mean?
seen like Honey Boo Boo?
Honey Boo Boo?
Yeah, like the little girls who
Yeah.
be doing the pageant.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you seen how they talk to their children?
Oh my
You get what I'm saying?
god.
Now,
that is,
to me, that's abuse.
crazy.
To me, in my opinion, that's abuse.
That's
because
a
the
different
difference-
level of tone, though. One that
Exactly.
kind of hits you psychologically.
Exactly, because the difference between what's the difference between him doing it and those parents putting their little girls on
The
stages?
tone.
He's honestly trying to push them to be their best.
Better. He's
the-
just saying it,
yeah,
and it's the
It's
delivery.
Exactly. And this is where I said sometimes you got to focus on the message more than the delivery. But when it comes to these moms putting their little girls up, you're not helping them. You're doing that as a reflection of what you wanted to do. And you put that burden on them. That's why a lot of those pageants have been canceled, because of the abuse that's associated with it. And the abuse is worse than physical because it's mental abuse.
Right.
Imagine telling a 6-year-old you're fat, you need a smile more. Like,
That's crazy.
but that's what they do. So
Look, reeling it back to this video,
Mhm.
teaching guys football in high school between 9th and 12th grade.
Mhm.
It's different because when you're a child, each year
You're
is
still
a different
growing.
developmental stage in your
Yeah.
brain. And I don't, honestly, I'm not an expert. I don't know how
Mm-hmm.
you're supposed to teach kids sports. But when you teach, like, you know, I guess kids who are over the ages of like 14, 15 years old,
Mhm.
you know, it's different. They're able to comprehend more because honestly, all the times that my coaches would yell at the team because maybe we fucked up, she would give like speeches on how we're supposed to do better. And even though I wasn't the best, I was most improved. You know, I'm a quick learner.
But you understood the message.
And I
more than
understood the message
delivery.
because those messages not only helped me with the sport, but it was more of a life lesson as
For
well.
character development.
If you try to put this same aspect to little kids, 10, 11, 12, maybe
Mhm.
13, I don't know, in an aggressive manner.
But you want to know? You just
I
said
don't know
it.
the whole
No,
story.
but you said it right there. You said little kids, right?
Right.
At a young adolescent. That's why he's asking, is your husband here?
Right.
Because unfortunately, the women are not going to understand that because they didn't grow up that way.
Right. Right.
Women, young girls are treated and grown up differently from how young boys are.
Yeah.
Young boys are taught to be tough. Young boys are molded to take that in order to get into the masculinity in a non-toxic way. But you can't have a mom coddling because all she's doing is hindering her child. It's like the child who fell. The mom's quick to pick up the child, but the dad's like, no, let him learn.
Right.
You
Right.
know what I'm saying? It's the same thing that's processed here.
It's like you've always said, there's their side, this side, and there's
And
the
there's the
truth.
truth.
So honestly,
Okay.
who knows?
So for the reaction videos, we have more, but we want to fit in our last topic, and it is going to be, am I the asshole? So Nate is about to break it in. I want to tell you right now, this one is going to be one to go. So I'm curious to what you guys feel, how y'all look at it. Let us know in the comment section. Hit us up on Instagram and YouTube, yo, because this story is wild. Go
Sorry,
ahead,
it's loading. Damn internet service.
You had one job. yo.
It's loading.
You
Okay, there we
had
go.
one
No, it's ready.
job.
It's ready. I'm ready, guys. Okay. I, 23 female, found Grindr in my 24 male boyfriend's phone. Is there any way to salvage this relationship? Lewis is immediately saying no. All right. So I, 23 female, was chilling at home when my boyfriend, 24 male, came home after going out. We've been dating for a year and have no problems with trusting each other to do our own thing whenever, wherever. However, he has had some issues with drinking and other substances that he's been working to fix. And despite those efforts, he came home beyond intoxicated and showing other symptoms that led me to believe he ingested other substances as well. We've had many conversations about his drinking habits, and I knew that was already an issue we needed to discuss in the morning, but until then, I got him set up in our bedroom so he could safely sleep it off. Once he lay down, he was immediately asleep, but had handed me his phone to plug into the charger and the bedside table. When he handed me the phone, it was unlocked, but the lock screen was lit up and Siri suggestions came up. I want it clear that I did not try to look in his phone or unlock it. We've never discussed that, but I believe that would be an invasion of privacy for him. So I never pushed it and I never felt the need to, since nothing like this has ever happened before. But when he handed it over, Grindr was the first app to appear in Siri suggestions. I immediately put the phone down and started to think about what to do in the situation, but I was so shocked I just turned off the light and slept on the floor so I wouldn't have to be near him right then. When we woke up the next morning, he was cheerful and asked why I was on the floor, and I immediately broke into sobs. I asked where he went last night, and he said he went to a restaurant down the street and then back home. I knew that was not true, as we have each other's locations on our phones for emergencies, and his last location was at a college bar a few blocks away. I told him that, and he simply admitted being there and then went quiet. I then asked if he went with anyone or met with anyone, and he said no. I asked if he took any substances, and he said no. Then I finally asked the one question I had been dreading all night. I looked him straight in the face and asked why he had Grindr on his phone and if he had been cheating on me or attempting to. He just looked at me and asked, "What do you mean?" It went back and forth like this, with him refusing to give any real answers or explanations for a good half hour before he finally said that he must have downloaded out of boredom last night, but was unable to log in or use the app. I called bullshit and asked if he would show me the app on his phone or the app store. So it would show me so I could see when he downloaded it. You can see the history of apps downloaded on your phone in the app store settings. He refused both and told me I was destroying our trust. This is when I started to get angry, and we continued this conversation for over 2 hours as he continued to refuse to show me his phone or any other proof that he had not cheated. I'll admit, I went in pretty hard on him for putting me in the position in the first place, since I have absolutely zero desire to search his phone. I told him that I am not his guardian and he needed to grow up and be an adult and handle this drinking, smoking, substance abuse, bills. I had been financially supporting both of us since he moved in with me 6 months ago. End quotations. And whether or not he wants to be in this relationship anymore. I really just let the frustration from the last few months come bubbling out, but I think he needed to hear it all. All he did was look down and sit there silently. The only answers I got was that he had not cheated, but would not show me his phone. He spoke for a short amount of time and how he feels like he doesn't add anything to my life and excuses for these issues he's caused, but I couldn't get anything else out of him. So I stood up and left our apartment for a while. There's so much going on through my head right now, and this seems so out of left field, so I'm not sure what to do here. I'm trying to figure out whether I'd be doing myself a disservice by staying in a relationship with him, but there's just so much that has gone into our relationship that I'm scared to let go in fear that all of the effort wasn't worth it. I'm also curious if there's any other way I can find out whether he's been using Grindr or any other apps in the last year, but I think that might be a waste of time. As of right now, we're just coexisting in our apartment and acting as roommates, I suppose. I'm just lost, and I'd really like to know if there's anything I can do to salvage the situation, or if I just got rose-colored glasses on and need to snap out of it. What should I do?
You know I'm gonna cook on this one, but as a gentleman, I'm gonna let the lady speak first. Nate,
Oh, girl, you got your rose-colored glasses on.
what would you do in a situation if you found out your man is a dude down on the low, whether it's active or before? Like you,
Dude, okay, there's just so many things to unpack here, because not only did she find the Grindr app, that's one issue. Two separate issues is his substance abuse problem and his bills, apparently,
being irresponsible
with his finances or maybe not getting a job or whatever. So there's a lot of issues at hand here. And I can only imagine how overwhelming it must be, to have a partner going through a financially rough situation with like work and paying bills, having a substance abuse with drugs and alcohol, and possibly liking the same sex, and that's just
possibly, it's already established.
That's just a lot to unpack. Oh my God.
How would you feel in that situation if your man was a turd burglar?
Oh my God. The right thing to do would be to leave.
So if that was your man, you would walk out.
The right thing to do would be to leave. Because
would you leave because of the abuse, or because he's in the closet, or because of the combination of both?
If it was this exact same situation, it would pretty much be everything. When you're in a relationship, you are not each other's parents. I am not your mother. You are not my father. I don't tell you what to do. Like she said perfectly, like she is not his guardian. Both of you guys are in an adult relationship. You're individuals sharing your life together. And, sometimes what a person needs is to not only find their individuality, but establish their independence and establish their own boundaries, making sure that they're setting boundaries for themselves, getting help. Maybe if they're suffering from mental health issues, the substance issues, they need to get their shit together, find a job and pay their bills. It's just so many things. And to top it all off, the Grindr app, it's, and this goes for if it was Tinder or Grindr, like it's cheating nonetheless. The fact that it was Grindr, he needs to reevaluate his sexuality. And he needs to be honest, not only be honest with her, but he needs to be honest with himself. Okay. There is no other, like she said it, she'd be doing a disservice to herself by staying in something that she knows isn't good for her. He is also doing a disservice to himself by lying to himself that he's possibly straight. Like, this is something that you need to figure out before you're in a relationship. If you're curious, go do whatever it is that you got to do. You're single. You got to figure shit out as a person. If you're single, not tied down, and you think you might be a fuck up, that's okay. We're all human beings. We all make mistakes. We need to learn from our mistakes. You need to take accountability. And this is they're young adults, like in their early 20s. So this is also a pivotal moment in your life to realize, okay, how do I be an adult? Okay. How do I navigate loyalty in a relationship? How do I navigate my own emotions? Because not only are you lying to your partner, but you're also lying to yourself.
Which is bad because you could believe your
The
lies at one
first
point.
step is awareness. You need to be self-aware of what your problems are, and then, you know, by identifying those issues, then you can try and work on those issues.
Okay.
There's just so much to unpack, so it's just a lot.
Let me break it down. Number one, he's an asshole. There ain't no ifs, there ain't no buts about it. He's an asshole. No, I'll even take it to the third power, bro. Here's a dude, you're in a relationship, you're creeping with the same sex. What about if you give this girl something that you supposedly love, right? And for most girls that I know, if they've ever found out their man did some, homosexual acts, they're out the door, and rightfully so. And I feel it's the same thing with women. If I'm dealing with a shorty and she tells me that, she likes to carpet munch, it's over for me. And the reason it's over for me because it doesn't align with my value, and I don't know who you are at that point. Because you lied. You put up a whole facade of who you are. That's not factual. This is a dangerous game to play because look at the terms and condition. She confronted him and he stalled. She was seeking answers and effort to try to understand. And like a coward, he basically bailed. You know what I'm saying? And that's where you even said to yourself, communication is key to a healthy relationship. That relationship has no foundation because it was built based upon a lie. From the drug abuse, you get what I'm saying? That's critical right there, because what ends up happening to a lot of shorties and a lot of men out here is you fall in love with the person they projected that was never there. So when they're going through that hardship, the back of our mind, we're hoping that they could get back to the person they were, but the person they were never existed. It's baiting. You know what I'm saying? Then if you want to take it to the next level, the whole gay shit, there's no judgment. You have the right to live your life the way you want. However, you are taking somebody with you. That is the most cowardly thing you can do because you're not being truthful. You're taking this person who has you in a perspective light of someone who's stand up, who's loving, who's caring, and the whole time, that's not who you are. And to me, the drug is one thing, but the whole being, you can't say bi, you're gay. You might prefer women, but clearly
you don't believe in
guys.
You don't believe in bisexuality?
No.
Really?
No, not at all. You know what I'm saying?
For both women and men?
Both, yeah. No, they're, in my opinion, I don't believe in both. And two, I don't share. They're my cookies. I don't care if she could be the baddest chick on the planet that's after you. And I don't get down like that. Because the way my mindset is, it's
either like one or the other?
No, I'm in love with you. I'm willing to put my life on the line with you. It's not like you're just catching a fling. It's like, yo, who are you? Now, if you tell me that beforehand, then I could assess it and I could see if this is for me or not. But you put me in the storm without being prepared for shit because you're not honest. You're a piece of shit. You're an asshole. Because now, instead of addressing it, he's stalling. Because
he's avoiding his own emotions. He doesn't want to talk about it, which is toxic.
Very toxic. Your emotions, but what about the person you supposedly love?
Right.
I'm going to say it like this. There's a lot of in the closet dudes out here because I see it happen to so many shorties. Be a man. Now, my question is, it's like, yo, was there any indications? Because that shit don't happen overnight because I just find it crazy. Let me ask you this. If your man had a history where, you guys have a perfect relationship now and whatnot, and it came back that, I'm bisexual. Are you leaving or you're staying?
Like I found out well into our relationship?
Yeah. Like everything was cool, but later down the line, information was revealed like, yo, your man did this with somebody and he's gay. Are you staying?
Like he told me, or did this came from other?
You found out outside, not from him, by someone else. Like,
Okay, first of all, we just established
Hold
that
on.
you don't believe in bisexuality. So I can only assume that other people feel the same way. They have different perspectives on it.
Yeah.
If someone told me, hey, I have some news about your man, you know, he
Mhm.
did this in his past, he's gay. Oh my God, what are you going to do, girl? I'm, first of all,
but it's
that
factual.
is-
It's not a rumor.
that
It's
is
already
something-
proven, and it's 100%
that is
fact.
something that I have to discuss with my man. That is nobody else's business. I need to
Okay.
hear from his mouth saying, oh, I am gay. Oh, I'm bisexual. No, I'm straight. No, it was an experiment.
but
Oh,
if
this
it-
and that.
But if it came to
like-
that, where do you think you will align? Would you try to salvage it, or are you on your way? Like,
There's no salvaging. If he straight up just said, yeah, I'm gay. Like, I don't really like women anymore. Okay.
not that he doesn't like
What-
women
what is
anymore.
that gonna do?
Just
No, but
being
that's
that-
literally what gay means. Like,
Yeah.
if he's a man and he's gay, then
so
he
you're-
likes men.
you're-
He likes the same sex.
so-
Obviously, there's no salvaging that.
So
if he
you will
says-
opt out.
There's no opting out, Jason. That's it. The relationship is over. Like,
That's what opt out means. Like, you
but it's
opt-
safe. No, right. I
Yeah.
mean, it's safe to assume that if your partner reveals, hey, I like the same sex, I'm so sorry.
Mhm.
Oh my God, that's it. The relationship's over. Unless you both agree to have a platonic relationship, you know, or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's a whole
I've
different
seen-
level.
I've seen it. I've seen stories on the internet. You'd be surprised.
Like, I'll be real with you. I remember in high school, I was messing with Shorty, and I thought we were good until she's like, "Oh yeah, I also like girls too." But how I found out is what pissed me off. I find out because I come to a house party and you hear tonguing down another Shorty, like, and her mindset is like, it's not like it's another guy. I don't see what the big deal is. It's like,
Oh, it's so
like that
stereotypical.
shit pisses me off because it's like, I
Right.
don't give a shit.
Mhm.
I belong to you. You belong to me.
It's different when
You're-
they tell you, like, in the dating stages, like, hey, like, you're getting to know me, just
but
letting you
after
know
you're
this is my
well
sexuality.
established,
Well, yeah, when you're well established, it's like were you like, what was going on through your head? You know what I mean?
So, final thoughts before we close out.
Sorry, I was gonna say, how did we get into this lube? I forgot. I was thinking about the other video. No, this story was just a mess. A lot to
Tragic.
unpack, and honestly, I personally believe she's better off with just giving him space, letting them do their own thing, because
No competition.
they're gonna resent each other.
Now, I have to be that vulgar person and ask this. Would it be a difference if he's a top or bottom for you?
What do you mean?
Like,
I mean, I know what top and bottom means,
yeah.
but what do you mean by the question?
Because
Like,
some people will be like, well, yeah, he's bi, but he's the one giving it. He's not the one receiving it. Some people find comfort in that. Like,
oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
like if I find out my partner's bi and I
Mhm.
find out he's either a top or a bottom
Yeah.
or whatever.
would it basically change
Okay.
perspective? Like, if you find out he's a top, it's like, well, at least he's still dominant. You know what I'm saying? That's how some shorties think. Versus like,
Right.
oh, he's a bottom. He's having to do pound him. I don't want to be with no man like that. You get what I'm saying? Some people actually look at it in that
I mean,
way.
it depends because actions speak louder than words. So,
Mhm.
like, if in the instance, he's a bottom, but with me, he's a top,
Well, I would
then,
hope so.
you know, like,
How would he not be a top with you?
No.
Are you into some freaky shit?
no, I meant like, because guys can be bottoms, not in the literal sense, but the
Mm.
woman be more dominant. It
Mm.
happens in some straight relationships. Some women are very, their libidos are high. They love being the
Okay.
dominant ones, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens, but it really just depends. A lot of women want a man to lead, you know,
Mhm.
to be the provider, to protect
Be
them.
masculine.
It's to be in their masculine energy. It's okay to be in your feminine sometimes, you know, to be vulnerable and talk to your partner and just be soft. It's okay, you know, like in a relationship, it's give and take. It's, you know, not always 50-50. It's sometimes
balance.
80-20. It's,
Yeah.
you got to be there for each other.
Well, my final thoughts on it, guys, is look, man, be truthful to who you are and don't bring people down with you, because that's the selfishness I can't respect. You put somebody in your life and you give them a mindset, and whether you're male or female, when we're with somebody, we build up this dream we have.
Yeah.
How thing flows out, and then when that darkness comes out, it derails everything, because now it's like, again, who is this person? You don't exist.
Mhm.
And it's a shock culture because it's almost like dealing with a narcissistic person. You know what I'm saying? At first, everything's peachy and smooth, and it's like, yo, where did this dark person come from? Who's this person that I fell in love with? Where's the person I fell in love with? They're not there. So I'll say this, dude. They say you can have your cake, but you can't have the frosting. Well, no, you can.
Oh,
you can have you can't blow out. You can't have.
you can't have
You can't blow out your candles.
you
and
can't
eat
have
your
the cake and eat the cake or something like that.
Some shit like that.
Basically, you can't have everything.
Yeah, and it's
You
all
know?
about balance. So I would say in this case again, he's an asshole. I would say, shorty, walk away with your head high because you were real about it from day one. This person wasn't. So with that being said, again, make sure if this is your first time, man, you hit that like and subscribe button, yo. It's been a journey with y'all. We thank y'all for basically, integrating with us, watching these reaction videos. Is nothing but love and respect. We got some guests coming on later on this week. With the weather being the way it is, it's just hard to get them down there because most of our guests are up north, but we're making it happen for y'all. Definitely being that it's summertime, if you have any ideas or you want to send us videos to react to,
What time is
let
it?
us know, yo. It's all
Summertime.
love. Where can they find you at?
You can find me on Instagram. It's my first name, Natalie, 2 I's, 2 E's, _01.
And it's your Gearhead Logic. You can find me at Logic142 on Instagram. You can hit us on the 1424 podcast page. It's nothing but love, yo. I'm excited for this summer, yo. Things is going good. My girl don't graduated. She about to basically get it done.
Boop, boop,
You know what I'm
boop, boop.
saying?
I have to take my
And
grad pics.
she about to take a grad pick. So if you guys want to basically test your theory with your skill set, let us know. You got a camera, we'll work with you, yo. It's about basically helping us grow as one. If you want to go fast in life, you go by yourself. You want to go far, you go with people. And with that being said, this is one thing for sure.
Two things for certain.
Baby. Holla.
Woo, have a good night, you guys. We love you. Where is my mouse?